So you wouldn't lay. So you wouldn't lay by it.
Oh.
So you wouldn't lay by it.
You. I understand what you was trying to do. I do. I never know what to say, because it's like nowadays it's kind of hard to help somebody, because you really don't you really don't know how people are going to react. So basically, I guess what happened is, so you got your camera set up and doing more workout, blah, 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 this and that. So she set the dumbbell under her foot. She uses it to step up. And I guess I was confused because she kicks it out of the way. It's gone. He comes up. I guess it's somewhere over here, down here, something like that. He comes up and grabs it and moves it out of the way for her. You know, he's just trying to help. He's just trying to help. And I don't know. How would you interpret that? When you're at the gym, do you just want to absolutely be left alone? You don't want nobody coming to do nothing at all? I feel like there's a thin line, right? You know, sometimes I've heard people say, just go to the gym, work out, do your thing and leave. Mostly coming from women who just don't like to be approached in the gym. I guess it's epidemic of men approaching women at the gym, and women are just like, hey, what are you doing? I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to blah, blah, blah. I mean, if he sees a fine shorty, what is he supposed to do? If he sees somebody that he likes, and it's like, I get it. On one hand, it's like, man, she fine. She look good. I can't let her get away. I got to say something. What you want the young man to do? And I guess he wants to prove he wants to prove that he's helpful by moving the dumbbell out of the way. And, you know, maybe she had a process of, when I get done, I'm going to kick the dumbbell back and have it here for me. That means she ain't got no vertical. Cause I feel like that little old distance. Yeah, that little old distance, you should be able to jump that. But I guess she ain't got no vertical. That's not no shade. I don't know what kind of vertical she has, but I'm just saying that little old distance, you probably could jump up there and grab that and just go. You don't even need know what you call in the way. But you know what? This is what I've heard women say. Even though she turns around here, I don't know if the gym is empty or not. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Man, the other day I was in the gym and I was in there first. You know what I'm saying? I was minding my business. But, you know, the environment is kind of, you know, and we live in a place to where you got to have a key fob to get into the gym. And so I'm in there first. I'm on my treadmill. And it's just always weird to me, especially when a woman comes in, because you don't want to come off as like you're trying to do something. I'm just trying to get my workout in. But like, man, dang, it's like I don't want you to come in and when I have to move, you come in at the wrong time, because like you come in and it's always like tense, at least for me, just a little bit. I'm trying to act cool, do my thing, but I'm trying to act extra safe because I don't want you feeling any type of way. I just don't want no weird stuff going on. I hope I deserve to be trusted because I have a key fob to get in here, but anybody can do anything. And so the other day I'm at the gym, lady comes, in, I'm just now getting off the treadmill, man. I've been on the treadmill for 15 minutes. So it's my time to get off. And so I kind of felt some type of way about that because she gets on, she goes over to the other side, and I want to do a little bit of bench press. But before I do everything, I wipe everything off. Like, so when I'm done with the treadmill, I wipe it off. And when I'm going to the bench press, I wipe it off before I start using it, and I wipe it off after I use it. Same thing with everything I use. Before I use the treadmill, I wipe it off. After I use the treadmill, I wipe it off. Same thing. So it's like I gotta make more. And the wipes in the gym are like not very good. Like they don't hold the moisture, the sanitary moisture as long, because if they did, I could just use it multiple times. I don't have to double back. But she was in a place where she was sort of directly in front. She was on a machine sort of directly in front of the sanitation wipes. And so it's just kind of weird because I'm really contemplating in my mind whether or not I want to go over there because it's just us. And I'm like, dang, man, this kind of makes it uncomfortable for me because I don't want her to make her feel uncomfortable, but I got to get these wipes. And I don't want to be weird. I don't want to act weird because if I act too weird, then she's going to be triggered by me acting weird. And she's going to be like, why are you acting weird? I don't know, because I want you to not feel like I'm acting weird. So I have to be cognizant of what I'm doing around you so you won't feel like I'm weird. But it's just like, man, I got to go behind you multiple times. And it's just like, bro, I don't want to keep doing this. You know what I mean? But I got to get to these. And I wonder, and a lot of women say, because I don't want to cause her any stress as I'm going behind her, you don't know who's behind. Somebody walk behind you. Every time somebody walk behind you, that kind of tension, you tighten up just a little bit. Your body tightens up just a little bit. I don't want to cause that. So, but it's like, man, I really need this. And I can't grab multiple at the same time because they dry out really fast. They dry out within like 5 minutes. I'm going to be on the machine. I'm going to do all 3 exercises on the machine because the home gym doesn't have like a lot of exercises. So I got to try to figure out how to double it. You know what I mean? I got to try to make it double for one thing or the next and stuff like that. So I'm gonna stay on it for probably like 30 minutes, so whatever, my wipes are going to dry out. So I got to keep, so I'm just saying it never fails that they come in at a time when I got to move, and I don't want to be moving when you come in because I feel like in my mind, I want to at least be set so you can be like, oh, so you don't have to be like, oh, why did you start moving when I came in? What you got going on? Why are you being weird? I don't want that coming on me. So like it really affects how I operate. And I feel like maybe she turned around and she was a little concerned. I don't know if there was other people in the gym with her or something like that. And he did that. But if it were me, I probably wouldn't even go over there. Sometimes though, you get a little bit of courage and you just try to do something nice for someone. Look, I don't think anything's wrong with coming up and helping or something like that. But a lot of women have said, I don't like it. I prefer not to. So you just kind of hang back and stay back. Don't really do anything. Like I said, I don't really see anything wrong with it. If it were me, and I was really interested in her and say, oh man, she's really beautiful. I want to talk to her. I want to say something to her. Like maybe you, because it's hard because you got to time it right. You know what I mean? Like you can't just go stand behind her and wait till she gets done. You got to time it right. And it's especially weird if that's her last set and then you got to like watch her go to another part. And then like, you don't want to seem like you're trying to follow her around the gym because that's weird. You know what I mean? So you got to really kind of put you in an awkward space because like maybe you have the best intentions, like trying to move the weight so she doesn't hurt her ankle. And maybe she's like, oh, thank you. In a man's head, the best case scenario is I go over there and I'm going to move this and she's going to sing my praises. She's going to be absolutely enamored with me after I do this. She's going to love me for this. All is going to be well. I'm going to get her number. We're going to hang out. We're going to have a magical kiss. And I'm going to date her. I'm going to be like, oh, my shorty's bad. We're going to go out, have a great time. We're going to get married. We're going to have kids. We're going to go on vacation together. We're going to live in a nice house and have nice cars. And we're going to die in a ripe old age in love. We're going to have a very fulfilling life. The man sees all of that if he can just be the hero and win this interaction. But she's probably terrified right now because she's like, oh, man, you kind of caught me by surprise. You came up behind me out of nowhere, and I don't really know what you're up to. And that's very unfortunate. So if you ask me what I would do in this situation, I don't know. I might take a L. If I liked her like that and I were to walk up, I don't know if I would have bent down behind her because she got a body and she's always aware of her body. So she like, yo, what are you doing behind me? Are you trying to cop a feel? And so you got to try to explain yourself. Being that close to her, she already doesn't know you. And so you coming up that close to her behind her, she's already probably scanning who's coming behind me. And it's kind of weird because when I jumped up on these bars, you weren't back there. But all of a sudden, you back there watching me. And I'm concerned with that. That for anybody, bro, that's going to just kind of, even if you're not a scary person, that's going to kind of make your heart jump a little because you're like, yo, what are you doing? Why are you standing behind me like that? So you can't just go stand behind them. You got to time it right. And I don't know, it's kind of weird. You got to catch them when they're when they're looking and, hey, you know what I'm saying? Let me holler at you real quick or just get over there real quick or something like that. And be like, hey, man, don't want to stop your workout. I just want to come over real quick and say, you look great, doing it, stuff like that, looking good and whatnot. And it's probably nerdy. It's probably really weird. And you're probably looking at me sideways right now. So I just want to say what I need to say and get out of the way. You look really good. And my name is so-and-so. And maybe I can get your Instagram or something like that. Maybe we could connect later and talk a little bit more about who I am and maybe how I can be an asset to your life and what I can bring to the table. And we can see where we go from there. If I could take you out or something like that, we can get to know each other a little bit more. My treat. And see what's up. Let me know. Maybe that might work. Maybe it might not. I've been out the game for a long time. So what I'm saying to you might, if you're a guy, might be terrible advice. And it might get you told on. It might get you maced. I don't know. I hope it doesn't for your sake. But I wish you all the best. I wish you Godspeed. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I would have came behind her and picked up and moved her weight because that weight is in her possession now. That's mine. So she already on edge, just psychologically. She's already on edge, but you moving the weight. And it's like, you taking my stuff? So it's probably not a way to trigger her and set her off. And then you coming behind her where she's not looking. So she like, look, her hand is, she's doing like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little concerned. I'm trying to act cool. I'm smiling. Just a little concerned. Maybe. I may be reading it wrong, but there might be a little concern. She's got her other hand up like this. So she's about to. Yeah. Yep. And she brought it all the way up. So just kind of up. Yep. Oh, covering myself up. What you doing? Why are you over here? So take my advice at your own risk. I don't know. Hope it all goes well. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know your approach. Maybe you've done something different that has worked. Share it with the class. Like, share, subscribe. Take care of yourself. Be safe out there. Until next time, take it easy.